Today we'll be talking about very, very pertinent issue, and it's all about the Igbos. So how the hatred for the Igbos, how that hatred destroyed Nigeria as a country, and it has continued to do that. So let me take you back to the Second World War. After the Second World War, it was a massive destruction. Millions of people were killed, 6 million Jews were killed, and it brought about an unimaginable destruction to Europe and some part of Asia. Okay, but you know what? After the war, we have the victors, we have the vanquished. Okay, but they were like, okay, for the sake of humanity, okay, for the sake of our civilization, let's build a just system where everybody is equal before the law, no matter your creed, no matter your belief, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your side during the war. We must come together to build a just system. That was the Western civilization. Okay, that was the master plan for Europe and Japan, especially for those countries that were were mostly affected by the war. Okay, they established a master plan to get them back to function as a country. There was massive infrastructure development for the Germans, for the French, for the English, for the Japanese. They were, infrastructures were developed, investments were put in to bring them back to their feet again. And that was after the war. Okay, even after the war, the best of the scientists from both sides team up to bring out new innovations, new technologies to help humanity. Okay, to build a system that will give the world a chance to grow, to better the life of people, build schools, build hospitals, good roads, make the industries to function, engage people, engage citizens in meaningful work and development, And that was how Europe rose again to its feet. And it's a thriving, most of European countries are thriving now, okay, well developed, advanced infrastructure and what have you. Okay, just then take back home that same thing to Nigeria. When the Biafrans surrendered, after 3 years, they surrendered. We were promised some of those things, We will reconstruct your place, there's no victor, no vanquish, number of promises that never came to fruition. Okay. And instead of that, the reverse was the case. They were subjected to all manner of humiliation. Yeah, all manner of humiliation. Even their best of brain were discarded. Even the technologies they used during the Civil War, none of Nigerian leaders cared to even ask questions. How do we even integrate these people into our system and make Nigeria a great nation? They never cared to, because it's all about wiping out this ethnic group. And you know what? I can bet you, whether you like it or not, Igbos are not pushover when it comes to Nigeria and even Africa at large. Yeah. I bet you they are not pushovers. You can take that to the bank. Anytime, any moment, these guys are blessed. Okay. They have they have this innate driving force that made them who they are anywhere you find them. Okay. But instead of the Nigerian system to tap from them, out of fear, out of inferiority complex, they discarded them. What they were interested in doing is to cutting them off from any form of participating in governance. Okay, they were cut off, and mediocres were used, because instead of you to get an Igbo person to head anything or work in any sense, they will bring out maybe mediocre from the north and expect a miracle to happen. That was how Nigeria was driven to this madness you guys are seeing now. It's all about hatred for the Igbos. Exactly, and it's continuing up till now. So when you look at some of those things, you begin to wonder, these people agitating, are they really right in their agitation? Yeah, I will tell you, well, if you look at it from a just way, some of these agitations are not really mere fantasy. It's built on decades of injustices, things that you could just like imagine. How could you be this cruel to a fellow citizen? Because they call us Nigeria. They call us Nigerians, though we didn't know how the whole thing came about. They just like lump us together, hey, come over here, hey, come over here, we lump you guys are Nigerians, okay? We said yes, we are Nigerians. So how can you expect us to be patriotic in a country that is discriminating against us? Exactly. Because you cannot build a nation, okay, a strong nation, where the internal mechanisms is built on discrimination and trying to subjugate others. It's not going to work. That's why nations are built from bottom up. Okay, you don't build it from up down. If you build it from up, it's going to collapse. So respect for nations, patriotism, you earn a country should earn patriotism from its citizens. If the country is not like is not there to protect them, just like American citizens and British citizens, every one of them counts. Yeah, every one of them counts. But in Nigeria, if anything, they will look at what ethnic group is he from. Okay, that's what the first Christian, what religion is he practicing. Okay, before you can become president, it's very common. Yeah, we call it El Rufai maxim or Buhari's maxim. If you are not from the Fulanis and the Muslim, then you are not worthy to be a president of Nigeria. I think one Gumi, Sheikh Gumi, not this current Gumi, the father of this current Gumi, once said that Nigerian Muslims must always be the president. Nigerian, not even Muslims, the Muslim must continue to rule Nigeria, and you can say, and the Southerners and the Christians will continue to sustain you with their oil. Is that possible? You rule, but you have nothing to offer. But you want people who are offering everything to sustain Nigeria to be there and be looking at you. Is it really possible? And that's the problem Nigeria is having now. Unless Nigeria is restructured and every region is made to be semi-independent from this bullshit from Abuja, then Nigeria will not grow. I can bet you that. You know why they want everything to be in Abuja? So that they can have access to control your life, to control everything about you. Okay, and that's why they ended up marginalizing the Igbos and turning them into second-class citizens. But I can bet you everything that has a beginning must always have an end. Okay, the current people now, the current young men in the Igbo land and the diaspora will not tolerate that. They will continue to push. They will continue to ask questions. Okay, and Nigerian system must recognize that. We need a just country. We need a country where equity, where people are judged by the content of their character and not their ethnic group or religion. Okay, for you to build an egalitarian society, it must be just, it must be accommodating, and it must tolerate every other opposing views. Okay, it mustn't always be your views. You mustn't always impose everything. That's why the West is thriving, because everybody is given that chance to express themselves, to query the system, and to make the system accountable. But that of Nigeria, no, they don't want that. And that's what the Igbos are clamoring for, and that's what the Easterners are clamoring for. We need an equitable system. We need a restructured Nigeria. We need a Nigeria where people are semi-independent from the center. And that's the Nigeria of 1963. I believe so. Before the coup, we have the regions. Now, those people that wanted the regions, because basically what they wanted to do was to have the region so that each region will develop at its own pace, at its own speed. Even if you want to walk at snail speed, I mean, nobody cares. That's your choice. You can walk at snail speed. But if you are like the giraffe, you want to, run like the giraffe, or you want to run like the lion, then you can do that in the same country. And that's what you see in developed countries. Okay, that's what you see in UK, where you have the English, the Scots, the Wales, the Northern Ireland people, they're all independent, semi-independent, doing their own thing. But in Nigeria, they want everybody to be caged in one system, suffocating, and nobody is breathing, nobody is okay. But you know what? We always pray that Nigeria will free the Igbos so that they will thrive and achieve what God has really destined them to achieve.